Hey, U.S. Virgin Islands Chess, this is Colin with another game. This game is not a live chess game. This is in the new playlist for FIDE. This was a Blitz game from the FIDE arena. Blitz 5 minutes plus 3-second increment. And this game was played November 20th. My opponent here with white pieces from Russia at about 1700 Blitz ELO for FIDE official rating. And they start you off at 900, guys, so in this game I was rated somewhere around 900 FIDE ELO, and my opponent started the game with 1 to e4. Let's get right into it, guys and girls. E4, d6, played by myself, d4, and now bishop to d7. Okay, this is kind of a strange opening. We don't see it quite too often, but and anyways, I played it, kind of going with my instincts on this one. Again, this is a Pirch defense. And after knight to c3 and g6, we see h4 played by my opponent, and going for a modern opening now, guys, bishop g7, okay? Modern opening. h5 played by my opponent, g into h5, queen takes h5, and now this is what I was expecting now with knight to f6, attacking the queen. Queen is now attacking the fianchetto dark square bishop from my team. Rook to g5, queen to e3, and h5, okay? So now my opponent opts for bishop to g2. And now just hopping to g4, the knight is getting to g4 now, attacking the queen. Queen goes to d3, and now knight to c6. Okay. f3 attacking the knight. And in this position, guys and girls, can you spot the best move for black in this position after I give you a couple of seconds? What is the best continuation here for black? Should black move the knight from the pawn that is attacking it? No, guys, actually the best move is just here. The engine says knight to b4. And after queen now, only 2 available squares. Can't go to e3 because it's going to get eaten, so now queen to e2. And knight captures c2 with check. King goes to d1 as we see in the notation, and knight captures a1. Okay, f captures g4, and now find the best move now for black. Bishop should capture on g4. Yes, attacking the queen. The queen is pinned to the king. Knight to f3. Bishop to d4, king to c1, and bishop takes c3 was played by myself, now recapturing with the bishop. d5, queen b5 checks, c6, queen takes b7 now, allowing, guys, for queen captures on b7. And after queen b7, rook to c8 now, defending c6 square. And now e takes on d5, queen takes on d5, bishop to e2 now by my opponent, and a rather risky move played by myself in this position. Queen takes on a2, and now I'm just threatening knight to b3 square for a check, and that's exactly what happened after knight e5. You guys, after knight e5, I can't play a move like this because now actually queen to d2 is coming after king gets out of the way. Now the rook is hanging, and since the king is forced now, there's a discovered check here, and black could resign. So that's why in this position, not taking the bait and opting to take the bishop. It's not really a free bishop. Now just opting for knight to b3. King goes to c2, bishop to e6, bishop to f3, bishop f5 check. So bishop f5 check should have been played originally. This should have been the continuation. I missed it, and my opponent sort of gave me another chance for bishop f5, which was nice, and then actually knight falls back to d3 after bishop captures. Can you guys spot the tactic here for black after king recaptures here? Do you guys see it after king recaptures? Do you guys see knight c5, right, with the fork? Right, so the king is actually in the game, the king goes back to c2, and now after knight b7, rook captures h5. This is actually a resignable position, guys. But the game continued. Right, queen to a4, king b1, and knight c5, just giving up a free knight with queen h4. And this is just a completely one position now for black. Rook goes to g5, rook captures, queen captures, bishop c3, and queen to c5. And yeah, this is all over. King to c2, queen to f2 check, king to d3, rook d8 check, now forcing the king to move to another square. That's going to make it more vulnerable, so my opponent chose c4 square. Queen to b6, Bishop to e4, and now guys find the winning move without looking at the notation. After I give you a couple of seconds. Did you find queen to b5 check and mate? If you did, congratulations. Good job, guys. That was a short 5-minute segment of how to win with bishop to d7 after this Pirch defense. Just 2 center pawns there for white, and how to gain the initiative in a spot where you really have to think. No one's going to do the thinking for you. In this Blitz online arena, it's tough. It's not over the board. It's online. You can't see your opponent. But these are rated games, so they're worth definitely taking a look at. Knight to c3 again, as usual. Going for this modern defense as I typically do, guys, on a standard day. Bishop to g7, as we mentioned, modern defense. And h5, yeah, just no sympathy. Not giving white anything here. Saying, okay, well, I'm going to recapture, and after queen captures, it gives me a tempo, knight to f6. Even though the engine doesn't really like the move knight to f6 here, attacking the queen, I did it anyway. And after queen attacks that fianchetto dark squared bishop, guys, just going back to e3 and then just being smart, right? Just playing a better game, h5, doing things better than my opponent. Knight to g4 was nice because after queen gets out of the way, knight c6 is coming. And even in this position, black looks a whole lot better because something like a3 could be played just to stop the knight. But anyways, I mean, e6 is still coming. And if, white decides to start developing, well, then that means black is also starting to develop. And now there's a double attack on the d4 pawn. This is actually really, really good for black here. So, thank you guys for watching. U.S. Virgin Islands Chess at Home and Abroad. This was a game from the FIDE online arena. 5+3 second increment blitz game, and it was just good to show because it was a great game. My opponent rated about 800 FIDE rating points more than myself, and thank you guys for watching. Take care. See you on the other side. Bye bye for now.